Okay, we are live again with another speaker, Sebastian. He just gave a talk on reproducible builds and bringing them to Monero.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good.
So how'd the talk go?
I think it went all right. I forgot a few points, but yeah, the people who were interested in it already asked me about it, so I clarified myself.
So how did you get into this? Were you approaching this from purely Monero standpoint? Is this a project that you came to work on because of Monero, or is this something that you kind of work on in the broader open source community?
So reproducible builds in general, I'd say I'm working on this in the broader cryptocurrency project spectrum. So I'm doing a tiny amount of work for Bitcoin as well, and for the cryptocurrency I co-maintained for a time. And yeah, but the bulk amount of work that I contributed in that aspect definitely went towards Monero.
Okay. Now, I'm not a developer. A lot of us out there in crypto land aren't. How would you explain reproducible builds, why we need them, and basically what they're trying to achieve?
Yeah. So typically when two developers build the same application from its source code, the applications that they are building, each of them independently, will not have the same checksums. So you don't have any assurance whatsoever that the two applications are actually the same, and that one of the developers hasn't included malware or adware or something malicious into the binary.
So how is this being dealt with anywhere else other than Monero currently? Has that problem been solved elsewhere in the cryptocurrency space?
So, I mean, most of my work that I did now in Monero was basically porting over all the great tools that the Bitcoin core developers wrote for Bitcoin. But this did include a significant amount of work, since Monero is using a different build system, different dependencies, obviously. Yeah.
So it's something that Bitcoin kind of already has, right? They already have the reproducible builds.
Yes.
And this is just something that, why is it taking this long for Monero to kind of achieve this?
So it's really an unthankful task. So working on reproducible builds takes a nerve-wracking amount of time, where you're just running the same build over and over again, trying to figure out why something is not reproducible or why something isn't working as intended. So yeah, just nobody felt like doing it so far.
So you're the guy.
Apparently.
So how far are we from actually seeing it in practice?
So it's available for the CLI now. The last release that was tagged 0.14.1 is now reproducibly built. And I plan to have it finished for the GUI by the next major release. But yeah, maybe. Can't promise anything.
Are you working? I mean, that's very exciting. Are you working on anything else in Monero? Do you participate in any other way in the development community?
I have reviewed some other pull requests to the code base. For example, Jithrow's work on the I2P integration, and then C/M's and Farah's work for the respective implementations for the Ledger and Trezor hardware wallets. I work for a hardware wallet company, so this is kind of natural for me to look at those kind of pull requests. Yeah.
So this being the first Monero conference, do you have any kind of opinion there on the state of Monero in terms of where it is in its kind of development stage compared to things like Bitcoin?
Yeah, I'm really surprised at how technical the audience is at this conference. Like, everybody really has this shit down here and can absolutely follow the talks that are being given here without just completely trailing off.
I mean, speak for yourself. Some of this stuff's pretty hard to follow.
Yeah, but there are definitely some people inside the audience. I wouldn't necessarily count myself to them for every single talk, but they are definitely there.
So are you a Monero guy? Are you a Bitcoin guy? Are you just a crypto guy that loves the technology and you kind of work in and out of different projects?
So I would probably call myself a crypto agnostic. I just like tools that are powerful and enable people to further express their freedom.
What in particular interests you about Monero?
Well, obviously it's privacy features, right? Besides that, it obviously also packs some very novel cryptographic techniques that I'm starting to get interested in more and more. But yeah, I'm still an undergrad student, so I'm still learning a lot.
Oh wow, I didn't realize you're that young. That's great. So when you say it's privacy features, do you think that's something that's kind of crucial to what crypto needs to be? Do you think things that lack it on the protocol level are kind of broken and won't function long term, or do you just think it's kind of a nice to have feature?
So I think it's definitely necessary, but I don't think that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are fundamentally broken in the long term, since they've also made some quite good improvements over the last 2 years with regards to privacy technology. I mean, Wasabi World, for one, is really, really nice technology. The Lightning Network has some great privacy features and does seem to work very, very well. But yeah, besides that, I do believe in giving fairly easy privacy to people. And if we can embed privacy as a default into a protocol, we should absolutely do that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. And like I said, it's just exciting to be at this conference and see all these great minds from around the world converging around Monero. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Yep.
I just emailed you the address.
Yes.
Okay.